52 workdays. That's about how long a new hire takes to decide whether or not they're going to stay for the long haul or they're planning their escape route. And here's the kicker. About 1 in 3 of them will be gone before the first month. Poof, bam, that's it. With them, of course, will be going your recruiting budget and any hope for a quick productivity boost. And if you are fed up with watching promising talent walk out the door, well then stick around. Because in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to give you the 5 sneaky reasons why new hires are leaving and the dead simple fixes to turn those early goodbyes into long-term, loyal teammates. Most managers think turnover is more like a 3-month problem, but the data tells us a little different story. Research shows that while about a third of the new hires will quit within 90 days, many have mentally checked out or decided they're leaving by day 30. Yes, day 30. That means if your onboarding is in just a hurried, here's your laptop, good luck, you probably already lost them. The damage isn't just theoretical. You spend, on average, around $4,700 just to bring a person in the door. But the productivity losses from having that empty chair can easily triple that number. Your existing team burns overtime to cover that gap. Morale, of course, is going to dip because of it, and that whole cycle, it just keeps repeating. It takes a new employee 5 to 8 months just to reach full productivity. So when they bail early, you're losing months of potential output. And this isn't just an HR problem. It's a bottom line crisis. To a new hire, your fast-paced environment often feels like a shoved into the deep end without a life jacket. When your first couple of days are all paperwork and confusing processes with very little human connection, it screams, "We care more about the paperwork than we do about you." I mean, newcomers feel unsupported, and then they start to question if they've made the right choice. Instead of the deep end type mentality, why don't you build a 40-day GPS? A simple human-centric roadmap. Day 1 is all about, welcoming in, not paperwork. Get them their desk, get it all situated, make introductions, and then by day 3, buddy them up with somebody for lunch. And by day 7, have a one-on-one with the manager, focus purely on role clarity. And by day 14, introduce them, have a little feedback loop where the new hire rates how supported that they feel. You don't need a fancy software for this either, a Trello board or anything like this. Use a Google Sheets. The tool just really doesn't matter. The supportive rhythm, now, that is everything. A strong onboarding process, that can boost your retention by as much as 82%, and productivity by 70%. Nothing makes someone regret their decision faster than realizing their job isn't what they were told. It doesn't match the description. When expectations don't match reality, employees don't just feel disappointed, they feel duped. It's a breach of trust, and people who feel tricked, they're immediately going to start scrolling LinkedIn again. During the offer call, read these 3 sentences out loud to them. Here's what your primarily day-to-day will look like. Here's what you absolutely won't be doing. And here's exactly how we'll measure your success within the first month. Then, once you've read those, go email those exact lines to them so that they have a written copy. It takes 30 or maybe 60 seconds, but it doesn't take very long. But it creates a powerful contract of clarity, and it's going to build trust immediately from day 1. New hires need a coach, especially early on. If their manager is too busy for a quick huddle or to offer guidance, confidence plummets. They feel lost, disconnected, and unsupported. An invisible manager is an absent coach, leaving a new player to flounder on the sidelines. The fix is consistent, bite-sized interactions. Block a standing 10-minute meeting on your calendar every Friday for the first 4 weeks. The script is simple. What's one thing that went really well this week, and what's one blocker that you ran into? And then after that conversation, always end with one clear next step that you, as the manager, can take to support them. Research from the Gallup shows that organizations who provide regular, meaningful feedback have 14.9% lower turnovers. It's a big difference in turnover rate. Let's be blunt. A toxic culture is a bigger reason people quit than just their paycheck. Over 10 times bigger. In fact, if a new hire walks into an office where gossip and clicks rule, they're already updating their resume. Culture isn't about ping pong tables, it's about people and how they treat each other. When your values don't match behavior, that disconnect is a powerful repellent. To make culture real, give a newbie a values scavenger hunt. I don't care what you name it. But on day 5, give them a list of 3 core company values and ask them to find a real world example in action at your workplace. And when they present the findings to the team, then the new hire internalizes the culture, and it's a brilliant reminder to those veteran team members to live those values. Nobody sticks around where they feel like an interchangeable cog. If feedback only flows one way, down from the manager, people quickly get the message that their voice doesn't matter. This feeling of being just another number is incredibly discouraging, and it crushes engagement. Flip the script with reverse feedback. At the end of week 2, ask the newcomer for one suggestion about the onboarding or about the team. This is an invitation for some fresh perspective. The most important part, thank them publicly and then commit to taking action on one of the ideas within the next week. That's going to give tangible proof that their voice matters, and it'll build trust and ownership from day 1. All of these fixes are about building trust from day 1. But what if you could start before they even accept the offer? That's where your recruiting process comes in, to attract the right fit and avoid the job bait and switch. You need to show them reality of the job and culture. That's why I put together a free mini course and a guide. It's called the 5 recruiting videos every company should make. It will teach you how to create simple videos that'll set clear expectations and attract candidates who will thrive. The link is in the description below. Fixing that 30-day exodus isn't about perks. It's about signaling, early and often, that your company plans for support and growing of their people. It's about baking in belongings in the first month and not hearing about issues in an exit interview. When you invest in foundational steps, you turn them into your biggest fans and more enthusiastic ambassadors. A retention strategy isn't about saving money. It's about building a stable, loyal team that becomes your greatest competitive advantage. All right, let's recap. The 5 silent killers. Sink or swim onboarding? Nope. The job bait and switch? Nope. The invisible manager? Get rid of it. When you make a commitment to put those 10 minutes on your calendar, stick to it. That is non-negotiable. The culture misfit? Get rid of it. Feeling disposable? Absolutely not. The fixes are a 45-day GPS, a 3-sentence role reality check, consistent microfeedback, values of a, let's say, scavenger hunt, and empowering reverse feedback. Do those 5 things and your 30-day turnover rate will plummet. If this has helped you, then hit that subscribe button because I'm going to provide you with some weekly practical tips. And remember, people don't leave companies. They leave the feeling of being unseen, unheard, unvalued. Make them feel valued from day 1, and that'll help you win for years to come.